Good evening. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Kids! Kids! Oh, right. I ain't got any kids. Broadcasting from the BC to the Maritimes and all across Canada, it's Remotely Zach. And now, from Windsor, Ontario, here's your host, the one and hopefully only Zachary Thomas. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Welcome to Remotely Zach. I am your host, the Zachary Thomas. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Welcome to the show where I degrade myself for your enjoyment. So there you go. And if that is your sort of thing, if that's your kink, make sure you hit the subscribe button to help us grow to a wider audience as well. It really does help. It helps. By the way, we got our big holiday show, the Remotely Zach Ho-Ho Holiday Show, so make sure you tune in next week at 10 o'clock to see if you're on my naughty list. Speaking of naughty, Donald Trump. Ooh, the silence. Trump accepted the first ever FIFA Peace Prize, a fake award for a fake president. This goes hand in hand. If that's just the dumbest thing you've ever seen, then yeah, you're right. Look at this award. It looks like something out of a cereal box. He then went around bragging about it till no end. Bruh, you didn't get fucked at the prom. You beat off in your car with your truck nuts on it. That's what happened. That's what happened. In case you're wondering, this was a peace prize. What has Florida Man 45 ever done with peace besides disturbing it? Man, what else is happening? Oh yeah, if you want to travel across the border, you will now need to show the last 5 years of your social media. The last 5 years. This has all sorts of issues. You pull up and you're like, you want to see my face tweet? This is last December when we went to Mexico. And if you look, this was a month before. This was my granddaughter Cheryl's birthday, you see. You go back before that. You get the gist. You get the gist. Big news, keeping with social media, big news out of Australia. The Australian government has banned social media for children 15 and younger. Yeah. So now kids can't access popular Facebook media sites like, Snapchat, the Face Tweet. Okay, the Face Tweet, are you on the Face Tweet? However, there are reports of kids getting around it. Well, yeah. I have to keep reassuring my OnlyFans page that I'm at least 18 years of age or older. It's madness, I tell you. Madness. We got a great show for you this evening. I got the weirdest news found on the internet. But when we return, we go into the kitchen with Tony. Stick around. Instabots, they're coming. Have you heard? I saw it on the Face Tweet. Welcome back to the show. Folks, one of the things I like to do is explore new ways of making this show more fun and entertaining for the viewers like you. Thank you. This week, I think I may be able to help with a cooking segment. That's right, I teamed up with my pal Tony Tavalieri for this delicious segment. Take a look.
Oh my, oh me, oh my. Who wants some spaghetti? Pasta. Made simple. I've owned this cookbook for about 4 years now, and I've never actually made a recipe from it. Until recently. Just last week, I made a seafood recipe from this book, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. Today, I'd like to take a look at another side of this wonderful pasta book. White bean soup. It's a pretty basic title, but when I first read this recipe, it left me very intrigued. The bean broth idea sounds pretty interesting, especially mixed with pasta. I don't think I've ever really had anything like that. The closest is lentil soup, which, if you haven't had lentil soup, whoa buddy, you're missing out. The choice of noodles is also a bit dodgy in my eyes. I've never really liked these noodles. I've had them in a couple things and they did nothing for me. But perhaps this is the soup these noodles were meant for all along. You know, they're soulmates. Put them together and, I'm already intrigued. Having the garlicky oil added at the end as well, I'm not gonna lie, that just sounds delicious. Like, I see no qualms with that. So, let's get these beans up and cooking. All right, this broth is ready. It's going pretty good. Broth is hot. Beans are cooking. Beans are softening. Look at these beans. They're ready to friggin' crumble before our very eyes. Only thing is, I kind of messed up. This is the first Tony flop of this recipe. I put too much broth in this soup, so I gotta let the broth cook off for a while. But it's gonna be good. May just take a little longer than 2 hours. In the meantime, while that broth is cooking, we got the pasta simmering on the back burner here. I find with soup, you can basically have pasta going whenever you want. You're gonna be adding that pasta to the soup at the very end anyways, so might as well cook it while you're cooking the soup. I also have the garlic simmering out front here. I found from making butter chicken that the longer you let the garlic simmer within the olive oil, the more garlic flavor it lets out. Okay, 2 hours later, and this broth is looking a little more starchy because the beans, it's still very liquidy, but it's definitely thickened up a little bit. Let's blend this guy up now. Quick disclosure before we hop in, I have never used this little hand blender before. I'm a little scared to use it. Whenever I turn it on, it goes like... It sounds like it's screaming. I don't know if this thing is in pain, but I'm gonna feel a little in pain as I'm using this. Let's give it a shot. I need to put this blender away from my face as well. Let's blend this broth together. All right, moment of truth. I'm standing back for this one. Okay. Okay, I think that's blended. I really hope I didn't just scratch the out of my pan, all right? There's no better word for it. Let's peep this out. Last thing for the broth is just salt and pepper. I really hope I didn't mess this up. All right, so the broth is all ready. It's looking kind of foamy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared to try this out. It is not nearly as thick as I expected it to be. I was kind of expecting like a hummus out of this because you're blending the beans with it. It's basically a thick chicken broth. It's probably got some beany taste to it, if I'd have to guess. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Let's give this a shot and let's see if I messed it up or not. One more quick addition, I actually did not include all of the pasta noodles within the broth. As the recipe says, I just put whatever I was eating within the bowl here. I find with soups, if you're gonna be storing most of the soup later on like I am, it's better to pack the noodles and the broth separately so you don't risk melting the noodles within your broth. It's basically the easiest way to just screw up your soup, in my opinion. So don't do that. Do this. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm actually really scared. This could be the most disgusting thing ever. All right. It's time. It's okay. The broth needs a little bit extra. It definitely could have used more beans. I definitely put too much broth to start with. I did let it cook off, but I also think that the amount of beans it called for was way too low. 1 can of beans to 6 cups of broth? Nah, that ain't it. I'm thinking probably 1 can to like 3 cups, potentially 2.5. I was expecting this to be thick. I was kind of expecting lentil soup. I was expecting some hummus of some sort. This wasn't it. It's basically chicken soup, a little bit starchy, not even that much starchy. I don't really taste the beans. I think that's the big issue with this. I don't taste the beans. The noodles actually ain't bad. I would say these are probably good noodles for soup. I'd learned that out of this recipe. The parsley did not add too much, and it's sad to say, but the garlicky oil, it didn't do it. It didn't really add much to it. It just sort of made it oily, which, I mean, I don't mind oil, so it's okay with me. On further examination, after finishing my bowl, it's okay. It's definitely okay. It's actually a very light soup, which I did not expect. It's almost got like Italian chicken soup vibes to it, but the beans do add a slight flavor to it, a lot slighter than I expected it to be. The garlic is actually a very good choice. It adds its own slight flavor to the whole meal, which it works, you know, it works with it. I feel like it's needing something else, but it's not bad. It's just not, it's not rocking my world, all right? So, in the end, I would not say this soup failed the Tony test. I probably failed the Tony test by putting too much broth. So, mark me down, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. We'll be right back with the weirdest news found on the internet. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. It's that time of the show you've all been waiting for. Time for weird news. Tonight, a masked bandit broke into a liquor store and drank all the booze. But it wasn't just any masked bandit. Oh no, it was a raccoon. One Virginia liquor store had an unusual patron this weekend. An inebriated raccoon was found passed out in the bathroom. You poor, poor drunk bastard. According to the Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, authorities found the masked bandit collapsed in the bathroom of the Ashland ABC store Saturday morning, where the furry burglar had ransacked shelves and drank multiple types of alcohol. You know, like one raccoon does. After a few hours of sleep and 0 signs of injury, other than maybe a hangover and poor life choices, he was safely released back into the wild, hopefully having learned that breaking and entering is not the answer, the Facebook post read. Oh, I bet Mrs. Raccoon wasn't happy when he came walking through the door. No. It's time for the greatest stories out of the Great White North. Stories that will make you say, "Oh, Canada." This week on Oh Canada, the Museum of Bad Gifts, an homage to the awkward, the unwanted, and the inappropriate. Stephanie Avery, Sherry Kasman, Martin Rise, and Sean Martindale came up with an idea as a tongue-in-cheek way of answering the nagging question this time of year. What do we do with the stuff we never asked for? Given by a person we never liked, that now sits in a dark corner, never to be seen again. The gift or the person you don't like? Their answer? Hang it on a wall and let the public enjoy. Again, the bad gift or the person you don't like. Their twist? Dedicate to the space to the anti-gift or the emotional and cultural clutter left in the wake of obligatory gift giving, the feelings of disconnection, and the strange allure of unwanted items, as the group says in the media statement. The museum explores the rituals of giving and receiving and the discomfort of stuff we never asked for. That's right. Nobody asked for this show. Well, that's the weirdness for this week. You really can't make this shit up. Now it's time for your dad joke of the week. Got one here. Where do cats go to study? The museum. Well, that's the show for this evening. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the Zach Tack Productions YouTube channel. You can follow me on social media. Those links are always down in the description below. I want to say thank you to my guest, Tony Tavalieri. I've been your host, Zach. Now get out. It's closing time.